Hello students, myself Ashish Chawla. Today we continue the topic that is compound interest and we do some problem based on it. Let's start the problem. The first problem. Find the compound interest on rupees 8,000 for 2 years if rate of interest is if the rate of interest is 20% per annum. Now let's see the solution. As we know that it is given that the principal is 8,000 and the rate of interest is 20% per annum and the time period is 2 years. So as we know that amount is equals to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power T. So in place of P I write 8,000, in place of 1 plus that R, in place of R I write 20 by 100, in place of T I write 2. So 8,000, now 20 and 100 are get cancelled 5 times. So 1 plus 1 by 5, that is equals to 6 by 5 the whole square. So 8,000, 6 by 5 square is 36 by 25. Now 25 and 8,000 are get cancelled. So 3 times 520, 320 times. Now 320 into 36 we get, that is 11,520. So that is our amount. Now what is the compound interest formula? We know that compound interest is equals to amount minus principal. So amount is 11,520 and principal is 8,000. So the interest is 3,520. So this is our interest. Now move to the next question. In what time will rupees 100, rupees 1000 become rupees 1331 at 10% per annum compounded annually? So let's see the solution. So it is given that the principal is 1000 rupees and it becomes 1331, that is it is our amount, that is 1331. Rate of interest is given to us, that is 10% per annum, and time period that we have to find. Now we apply the formula, that is A is equals to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power T. Now put the values. So value of A is 1331, the value of P is 1000, 1 plus R, that is 10 by 100 raised to the power T. T we don't know. So shift 1000 to the left hand side, it becomes 1331 upon 1000 is equals to 0 and 0 get cancelled. So 1 plus 1 by 10 we are getting 11 by 10 raised to the power T. So as we know that the 11 cube is 1331 and the 10 cube is 1000. So 1331 upon 1000 can be written as 11 by 10 the whole cube, and on the right hand side we have 11 by 10 raised to the power T. As the base are same, so the powers are also same, so we can say that 3 is equals to T. So the time period is 3 years. So in this way we can find the time period. Now move to the next question. At what rate per annum will a sum of rupees 2000 amount to rupees 2205 in 2 years compounded annually? So let's see the solution. Again the principal is 2000, amount that is 2205, it is given to us, time period again given to us, that is 2 years, and here the rate of interest is unknown, that we have to find. Now again we apply the formula for the compound interest, that is P is equals A is equals to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power T. So the value of A is 2205, the value of P is 2000, 1 plus R we don't know, raised to the power 2. So we shift 2000 to the left hand side, so it becomes 2205 by 2000, which is equals to 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power 2. So cancel 2205 and 2000 by 5. So when we are cancelling 2205 by 5, we are getting 441, and 2000 by 5 we are getting 400. So 441 by 400 is equals to 1 plus R by 100 square. And we know that the 21 square is 441 and 20 square is 400. So we write 21 by 20 the whole square, which is equals to 1 plus R by 100 square. So square and square are get cancelled. So we can say that 21 by 20 is equals to 1 plus R by 100. So R by 100 is equals to 21 by 20 minus 1. Now we are taking the LCM, that is 20. In the numerator we get 21 minus 20, that is 1 by 20. So R by 100 equals to 1 by 20. So the value of R is equals to 1 by 20 into 100, that is equals to 5. So the rate of interest is 5% per annum. Now we see what happened when the rate of interest is quarterly or half yearly. The formula is slightly changed when the rate of interest is compounded quarterly, or when the interest is calculated on the quarterly basis or on the half yearly basis. Let's see what is the difference in the formula now. Let's say when the interest is calculated on the quarterly basis, so the formula is become amount is equals to P 1 plus we divide R by 400 and we multiply T by 4. So this is the change in the formula when the interest is calculated on the quarterly basis, and when the interest is on the half yearly basis. When the interest is on the half yearly basis, the amount is equals to P 1 plus the rate is divided by 2 and the time period is multiplied by 2. So this is the change in the formula. When the interest is calculated on the quarterly basis, R is divided by 4 and T is multiplied by 4. And when the half yearly, the R is divided by 2 and the T is multiplied by 2. Now let's solve one problem based on it. Find the compound interest on rupees 5,000 for 1 year at 8% per annum compounded half yearly. So let's see the solution. Here principal is 5,000, rate of interest is 8% per annum, time period is 1 year. So according to the formula, as we are calculating the interest on the half yearly basis, so amount is equals to P 1 plus we divide R by 2 and we multiply T by 2. So put the values. In place of P we write 5,000, 1 plus in place of R we are writing 8 by 2 by 100, or in place of T that is 1 into 2. So 5,000, so 8 by 2 that is 4, we are getting 1 plus 4 by 100 raised to the power 2. So 4 and 100 are get cancelled, that is 25 times. So 5,000, so 1 plus 1 by 25 we are getting 26 by 25 square. So 5,000 26 square is, that is 676, and the 25 square is 625. So we are getting amount is equals to 5,408. So the interest is Ci is equals to A minus P, that is 5408 minus 5000. So the interest is 408 rupees. So in this way we can apply the formulas. Now let's see what happens when the time period is in fraction. How we can find the interest in that situation when the time period is fraction. Let's do one problem based on this. When the time period is in fraction, find the compound interest on rupees 3000 at 8% per annum for 3/4 years. So let's see the solution. Principal is given to us, that is 3000, rate of interest, that is 8% per annum, and the time period, that is 3/4 years. So here the time period is in fraction. So when the time period is in fraction, the formula become amount is equals to principal, that is here principal is 3000, 1 plus r, that is 8/100. Now in the time period we break the time period into two parts. One is the whole part, that is 2, and one is the fraction part, that is 3/4. So amount is equals to P, that is 3000, 1 plus r/100 raised to the power t. So here t, we write only the whole part of t, that is 2. Again we write 1 plus r/100. Now here we multiply r with the fraction part, that is 3/4. What we do? We write 1 plus r/100 two times. In the first part we apply the power of, we take t equals to 2, that is the whole part, and in the second 1 plus r/100 we multiply r with the fraction part. So in this way we can do this problem. So 3000, so 8 and 100 we are cancelled with 4, 2, that is 25. So it becomes 1 plus 2/25, that is 27/25 square. Now 8 and 4 are get cancelled two times. So we are getting 2 into 3, that is 6. 6/100. Again we can cancel 6 and 100 by 2, that is 3 times, and that is 50 times. So 3000, so 27/25 the whole square. Now 3/50. 1 plus 3/50 means 53/50. We take the LCM, we get the value 53/50. Now 3000, what is the square root of 27? That is 729. What is the square root of 25? That is 625 into 53 into 50. So the answer that we got is 3709.152. So the interest become, that is amount minus principal, that is 3709.152 minus 3000. So the answer is 709.152. So this is our interest. Now the next situation is that sometimes it has happened that the rate of interest is different for the different year. So in this situation, how we can find the compound interest when the rate of interest is different for different year? When the rate of interest is different for different years. So let's understand with an example. Let's say if you have a principal P and we have rate of interest R1 during the T1 years, and the rate of interest is R2 during the 2 years, and so on. We have interest rate Rn for the Tn years. So the amount becomes P 1 plus R1/100 raised to the power T1 into 1 plus R2/100 raised to the power T2, and so on. In the last we write 1 plus Rn/100 raised to the power Tn. So in this way we can apply the formula. Let's understand with an example. Find the compound interest on rupees 12,000 for T for 2 years. During first year, the rate of interest is 5%, and during second year, the rate of interest is 6% per annum. So here the rate of interest is different for the different year. So let's see the solution. So we have R1 is 5% for the first year, and R2 is 6% during the second year. That is, the duration is only of 1 year, that is from 1 to 2. So the T2 is 1 year and T1 is also 1 year, and the principal is given to us, that is 12,000. So we have to find the amount. So the amount is equals to P, that is 12,000, 1 plus R1 by 100 raised to the power T1, 1 plus R2 by 100 raised to the power T2, that is again 1. So 12,000, 1 by 500 cancel with 5, that is 20 times, and cancel with 3 times, and that is 50 times. So 1 plus 1 by 20 become 21 by 20, and 1 plus 3 by 50 become 53 by 50. So 0 and 0 are get cancelled, and 5 into 2 again become 10. So 1 0 again cancel. So 12 into 21 into 53, and that we got 13,356. So that is your amount. So the compound interest is equals to amount minus principal, that is 13,356 minus 13,000, that is 356. So this is, the principal is 12,000. So the compound interest is 1,356. Now we move to the next variety of question. Sometimes the simple interest and the compound interest difference is given to us, and we have to find the principal. So let's see how we can do this such type of problems. Let's say the difference between compound interest and simple interest for 2 years is rupees 30. The difference between the compound interest and the simple interest for 2 years is rupees at 10% per annum. Find the principal. So what is given to us? We have given that the compound interest minus simple interest, the difference is given to us, that is 30. Time period is given to us, that is 2 years, and the rate of interest is given to us, that is 10% per annum. So let's see the solution. Now first we find the simple interest. So this formula for the simple interest is PRT by 100. Now put the values. In place of P we write only P. In place of R I write 10. Time period, that is 2 divided by 100. So 0 and 0 get cancelled. 2 5 times. So the simple interest is P by 5. Now we find the compound interest. Before finding the compound interest, first we find the amount. So amount is equals to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power T. Now put the values. In place of P I write P simply. 1 plus R, that is 10 by 100. Time period is 2. 0 and 0 get cancelled. So P 1 plus 1 by 10, that is 11 by 10, the whole square. So that is 121 by 100 P. That is your amount. Now to find the compound interest, we subtract P from A. So 121 by 100 P minus P. So we take the P as LCM. So 121 P minus 100 P, that is 21 P by 100. So that is your compound interest. Now we put these values, that is simple interest is equals to p by 5 and the compound interest is equals to 21 p by 100 in the first equation. This is your first equation, let's say. Now put the values of pi and si in the first equation, that is ci minus si is equals to 30. So the value of ci is 21 p by 100 and the value of si is p by 5, which is equals to 30. So we take the LCM, that is 100, that is 21p minus 20p is equals to 30. So p by 100 is equals to 30. So we can say that p is equals to 30 into 100, that is 3000. So the principal is 3000. So in this way we can do such type of problems. The next concept that we understand, that the meaning of depreciation. What do you mean by depreciation? Depreciation means जैसे आज हमने कोई एक व्हीकल ख़रीदा, लेट्स से 40,000 का आज हमने कोई व्हीकल ख़रीदा और उसको अगर हम 1 या 2 साल बाद अगर हम बेचने जाएं तो हमें वो अमाउंट नहीं मिलेगा जिसमें हमने उसको ख़रीदा था. द सम अमाउंट इज़ डिप्रिशिएट, और उस अमाउंट में कुछ कमी आ जाएगी. तो दैट इज़ नथिंग बट डिप्रिसिएशन. जैसे जैसे टाइम बीतता जाता है उस आर्टिकल या उस ऑब्जेक्ट की वैल्यू घटती जाती है. एज द टाइम पासेस the value of the article goes on decreasing. That is nothing but depreciation. So we can apply the formula of depreciation, or we can apply the formula of compound interest in the depreciation. Let's say the present value of vehicle is V, and after t years the vehicle cost is V dash. So the new value of the vehicle, that is V dash, after t years becomes the original value, that is V1 minus R by 100, because the values goes on decreasing. So in place of plus R I have to write minus R raised to the power t. So V dash is your new value or V is your original value. Okay, minus R is shows that the values is depreciated. Now t is the time period. So this is the formula for the depreciation, or we can find the value of any vehicle which is depreciated as the time passes. We can apply this formula. Let's take an example. A vehicle cost rupees 8,000. Now it is depreciated at 10% per annum. Then find its cost after 2 years. तो हमें क्या करना है, हमें बता रखा है कि एक व्हीकल है जिसकी कॉस्ट 8,000 रुपीज़ है और उसकी वैल्यू डिप्रिशिएट होती जा रही है 10% पर annum से. तो हमें इसकी 2 साल की कॉस्ट बतानी है. तो टाइम पीरियड इज़ गिवन टू अस, दैट इज़ 2 years, एंड द रेट ऑफ इंक्रीज इज़, और द रेट ऑफ डिप्रिशिएशन इज़ 10% per annum, and the principal, that is 8,000, is given to us. Now we have to find the final value. Final value is nothing but the amount, or you can say simply the final value, that is A, becomes P 1 minus, in place of plus R we have to write minus R by 100 raised to the power t. So just there is a slight change, in place of plus R we have to write only minus R. So 8,000, we take 100 LCM, so 100 minus 10 the whole square. So 8,000, 100 minus 10, that is 90 by 100 square. So 0 and 0 get cancelled, so 9 by 10, or again 0, sorry. So 8,000, 9 square is 81, the 10 square is 100, so again 2 zeros are get cancelled. So 80 into 81, that is, we are getting 6480. So this is the amount. So the value depreciated, how much depreciation is happened? So the initial value is 8,000 and the present value is 6480. So the difference is these two is the value in depreciation, that is equals to So the decrease in the value is 1520. So this is the decrease in the amount, that is 1520. Thank you.